you came across this type of equation as a Jambite, what is that approach you can use to solve equation like this? Come closer. Looking at what we have on the whiteboard, I said 25 cm cube of a 0.2 mole per dm cube solution of sodium carbonate requires 20 cm cube of a solution of HCl for neutralization. The concentration of the HCl solution is what? This type of equation falls under acid, base, and salt. And how can you solve equation like this? The first approach to this type of equation is that you need to write out the equation, the chemical equation. So in that case, the first base there is sodium carbonate plus HCl. What are we going to have? We're going to have sodium chloride plus water plus CO2. Now, with what we have on the whiteboard, the HCl, we're having 2 hydrogen ion here, so we can say we have 2 here. So let's see if it is balanced. Okay, we have 2 here as well. Let's see if it is balanced. The number of sodium at the reactant side is 2. We're having 2 here. For chlorine, we are having 2, correct? The number of hydrogen here is 2. Here we have 2. The number of oxygen is 3. 2 plus 1, we have 3. We also have 3 here. The number of carbon atoms is 1. We also have what? 1. Now that the equation is balanced, the number of mole here for the base is 1. The number of mole of the acid here is what? 2. So the formula to employ is Ca Va equal Cb Vb. We have Na over Nb. To make it easier for you to solve, in case you come across this type of equation, you need to write out the parameters of each of the concentrations and the volume or the number of mole you have on the whiteboard. Ca stands for the concentration of the acid. If you look at the question clearly, it said the concentration of HCl is an acid. It is not given. Well, the volume of the acid Va is what? Let's go back to the equation. They said requires 20 cm cube of a solution of HCl. As I've mentioned earlier, that HCl is the acid, so we said the volume of the acid is 20 cm cube. Now, what is the number of mole of acid? What do you have here? 2. So Na, we have 2. Nb, the number of mole of the base here is 1. So we have 1 here. So guys, what is the concentration of the base? The concentration of the base is stated clearly in the question, which is 0.2 mole per dm cube solution of sodium carbonate, which is what? 0.2 mole per dm cube. Then the volume of the base is this, which is what? 25 cm cube. Now, before you can input your parameters, I will advise you to make the concentration of the acid the subject of formula. In that case, when we cross multiply, we said we have Ca Va Nb equal Cb Vb Na. And to make this Ca the subject of formula, we divide by the coefficient of Ca Va Nb. This will cancel what? This. So you can say Ca, what is our Cb? 0.2 mole per dm cube. Multiply the volume of the base, we have 25 cm cube. Number of mole of acid, we have 2. So we can easily say the volume of the acid is 20 cm cube multiplied by 1. The cm cube will cancel the what? The cm cube. You can say Ca. So let's multiply the numerator Then we'll divide by the denominator. 0.2 multiplied by 25 multiplied by 2. We have 10 mole per dm cube. Please don't forget the unit. Divided by 20. Divided by 20. So in that case, our Ca is 0.5 mole per dm cube. So guys, let's take a look at the option with respect to what we have solved on the whiteboard. Option A, no. Option B, no. The correct answer is option C. So guys, mind the way you approximate, because the kind of calculator that Jamb will supply for you is not a scientific calculator, because it does not have any function. So guys, if you have to solve a question like this, learn how to write the equation. And for you to know how to write the equation, you need to know the concept of balancing of a chemical equation. In some cases, some students might not know how to balance equation, and if you don't know how to balance equation, you will get it wrong by giving the number of mole of the acid and base incorrect value. So guys, do well to watch the video to the end in order for you to understand the concept of how you can solve a question that falls under acid, base, and salt. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow us on our TikTok page. Like, share, and repost. And if you have any question, do well to drop it in the comment box. Thank you and God bless.